Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Cowgirl Closet Podcast, a WWR production. I'm your host, Addy Ford. And before we get started, I want to give a big thank you to Fleece Style down in the Stockyards, Fort Worth Camera, and 95.9 The Ranch for helping us be able to put on this podcast. So for today's episode, this is kind of a full circle moment for me. I'm really excited because one of my near and dear friends, Shelby Stone, is my co-host for today's episode. And I'm really, really excited to get to sit down and chat with her, talk to her about, everything that she's doing right now. And I'm excited for y'all to be able to get to know her a little more as well. So now it's time for my favorite trends of the week. But I just pulled these from Instagram. It's 3 pieces. I'm just going to kind of explain why I love all these. In this first picture, it's a long dress. Personally, I don't like long dresses on me, but I love them on everybody else. This is a good summer dress because it's silk and you can tell it's like light fabric, so you shouldn't get too hot in it. It's a haltered top and it looks like the back is open. But I love the way that this girl styled it with the red boots. My favorite part about this dress, though, is definitely the print on it. It's very like punchy Western, and that's what I like the best, is the little punchy side to it. But yeah, I love this dress. That'd be great for like a night in the Stockyards or just like a brunch somewhere. That's super cute. For this next one, I absolutely love the way that this girl styled her whole entire outfit, but my favorite part of this outfit is her belt. I love a big, like, chunky belt. I usually wear belts with all my outfits, but I'm not right now. I love the jean skirt, how it's, like, low in the back but short in the front. I love all her necklaces that she stacked. Yeah, she looks super, super cute. And this last one has to be my personal favorite. I don't know where this girl's popping off at, but no, I'm just kidding. So with this one, I kind of took a gamble with this because the double belt thing, I've seen that on TikTok some, and I wanted to try it out, and I absolutely love it. I think that's a trend that's about to blow up pretty hard, is the double belt. The leather is a little out there, but yeah, the corset top with the horses is super cute with I forgot that skirt has a zipper on the side. Yeah, I love the way I styled this too. If you want me to interact with any of y'all's outfits or review them, or if y'all have questions about what y'all should wear somewhere, go to Reddit. It's r/Cowgirl Closet, and drop questions or your pictures that I can review on the podcast here. But just drop it in the comment section and I'll interact with all you guys. This is Shelby Stone. Shelby, thank you so much for coming in and sitting down to have a conversation with me.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to ask you a couple questions, so let everyone get to know you a little bit.
Of course.
I am reading from my phone.
Girl, when have we ever looked like we knew what we were doing?
That's
you were
so true.
totally
You're
fine.
so right.
We're just hanging out.
A little background about me and Shelby. We've known each other for a while, right?
Girl, since at least 2013.
Oh, God, yeah, that was young.
It's
we
been
toured
a while.
together, kind of from the same area. Yeah,
It's
we
been
go way
a while.
back.
Been a while.
All right, Shelby, so I understand you worked at the ranch.
I did, yeah.
So tell everyone how your time at the ranch set the stage for your music career.
Oh, man, it changed everything.
Yeah.
I initially started as a promotions assistant, which is just going out to these events that they have with all their vendors and clients, and just interacting with people out there. It ranges from concerts to water purifying companies. It's really, really cool and very, local.
Yeah.
And I had just started working there when I transferred schools, so I didn't really have any friends, and I was kind of super lost.
What year is this?
This was 2019.
Okay.
Man, God, yeah, 2019. Time is not real.
No.
Oh, my God. But there was one week that I worked, 4 concerts. I got paid to go to a concert and sign people up for giveaways and give out koozies and just interact with people. And I was like, this is sick.
So fun, yeah.
I've got videos saved on my phone. I think it was Kylie Fry at Magnolia Motor Lounge. It was a George Strait event, so we had a signed guitar. And I know for a fact I have a video saved saying this is just what I want to do. And then there's also another one at Railhead Smokehouse in Willow Park saying the exact same thing of this. I want to do this. Oh my God, this is people's whole career. You don't have to do stadiums to be this musician.
Well, you've always been outgoing too, and a great people person, easy to talk to.
Thank you. I try to be. I really do. Every now and then people are like, I go and I'll mention cheerleading because you understand that's a huge part of the job is just being a front face and being able to interact because it's more than just it's a lot of it's
sideline stuff. Yeah.
And they're like, man, I just don't see it. I'm like, Don't tell me that.
don't tell me that.
Just because I'm not blonde anymore, don't tell me that you can't see me being a cheerleader. I will have an identity crisis. But
Okay, so about that.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to, ditch the blonde and go with blue hair? I love it on you. I think if anyone's going to pull it off, it's going to be you, girl. But
Thank you. Well, it was because when I started doing music, everybody was blonde. And I don't mean that as like a dig by any means, but then I also, because COVID had happened and the ranch event slowed down, and I was also working at NRS at the time, and like everything just like hit the brakes. And I couldn't afford to be blonde anymore.
Right, it's horrible. It's
told.
so bad.
So I was like, well, we'll switch it up. We'll do something different. This might be fun.
I love it.
Thank you. And I don't know, it was just time to switch it up. But working at the ranch genuinely changed everything, because I had no idea this was even, like, obviously I was listening to the music. I grew up listening to the station and listening to all these artists, but then once I could see that it was not so far to reach, that this was something I could do.
Yeah. God put it in front of you, and you're like, well, I have to now.
1,000%. And then working with everybody up at the ranch, I was able to kind of have, not necessarily like a leg up by any means, but seeing the behind the scenes of how these things came to be, like how people approached the situation, how bands got booked, things like that. It was like, oh, okay, I can do that. This is super reasonable.
Yeah.
So I owe a lot to the ranch. I'm very, very grateful for them, from the job to my internship being the thing I needed to graduate.
I needed to graduate, yes, 5 years.
Yeah. God, we got it done. All I care about is that degree is on the wall. Thank you very much.
I haven't even hung mine up yet, so I need to do that.
It took me a while. It took me about 3 months to get it hung up on the wall.
My mom ordered me the big frame and everything, but I don't know where it's at. In our dining room somewhere.
I get that.
I need to move out, for being so honest. Okay, so this was a question that I kind of had to do some research on. What was going through your head when you were called up to sing the night in the stockyards? And if you want to tell that story, go ahead,
man.
too.
It was 2019 in December. It was after the company Christmas party. I was the designated driver. We went to the basement bar. And
That's my favorite bar in the stockyards.
Dude, it's the best. Because, man, I like a dingy little dive bar. And I'd say dingy endearingly. I need people to understand that. I don't want a $16 cocktail, which I don't even drink cocktails, but like, why?
You don't drink at all, do you?
No, dude. I just, at some point when you're pouring cranberry into the vodka and I keep asking for more cranberry, it's just cranberry juice at that point. Like, but I remember I was not embarrassed in the way of like, that's like mortifying, but like, oh, shit, I'm like actually being put on the spot right now and terrified of taking up space too, because there was 2 musicians on stage already, Rob Redwine and Brandon Kent, which looking back, like they did not have to let me do that. There was no telling what was about to get on that stage. And I couldn't play guitar very well either. And so it was like, can you like play for me also? Like, good God. Being in the position I am now, looking back on that, like, ooh, those boys earned crowns in heaven for running that risk. But it was Heather Anderson, she was a DJ at the time, and Susie Mays, who was also a sales rep at the time, and the way them and the rest of the staff just like hollered, it was like, oh, that's sick. I love that. Yeah. And the tip jar at the basement bar, it's this big copper tin. Yeah. It has in Sharpie so big on the back of it, no wagon wheel. Like that, like we don't play wagon wheel here, which I do believe that song has now changed to No Tennessee Whiskey or No Something in the Orange. But it was like, this is a whole thing. It just completely rewired everything. I called my advisor the following Monday, like, I don't want to be a nurse. Y'all are welcome. I saved so many lives changing that degree.
So many.
But it just, I am an impulsive person, but this was a different type of, no, this is what I want to do. Like
that feeling just came over you and you're like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing too.
Exactly. It was very divine, very divinative. I'm so grateful for that night. Like everything changed.
So what made you fully commit to the music path after that moment? Just knowing that like, hey, you can do it, or?
There is no back, this is all I want to do. And I love the mechanics of things. I love seeing how things work. Especially because I was able to change my degree to music business. So then you're looking at the marketing aspects of this, the business plan of that, the copyright law of this, like just pulling in all the different things that go into getting on a stage and singing. oh, dude, I ate it up.
I ate it up.
And then like merch designs and cover art design, like just because there was so many different things I could be doing, like it's okay if I didn't know how to write the song today.
Yeah.
There was something else for me to be working. Oh, hell yeah, tear it up. There was something else.
So we got a rep chair over here.
I fixed it, I promise. There was something else for me to actively be doing. I'm a doer. Productivity is very, very heavy in my self-worth, which I'm working on it. Natalie and I, my therapist, we're working on it.
Oh, yes, therapist.
But there was just always something to be done, and that made the goal feel even more attainable and at least some sort of step in the right direction, where it's the kind of the vibe of, well, at least I got something done today.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And, that's what you need to do to even make baby steps. So.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm not going to read my phone on this one, so if I mess up what I'm saying, I'm so sorry. But when we first got close and met, you were big into, like, worship music.
Yeah.
What made you, like, change from that?
Honestly, it was not necessarily like I'm not going to lead worship anymore. I'm going to go play at all the dive bars. It was, it kind of just had naturally worked out of me taking a few more steps back from leading worship because the home church that I led worship at here back home, my freshman year of college, I went to Abilene.
Yep.
So I already really wasn't doing too much there. And like I'd hop in every now and then for a Sunday, but there wasn't like a concrete place that I was leading worship in.
Yeah.
By the time I decided that I wanted to play music, like I'd only ever done worship and just naturally, like as you get it, you're not coming home as much when you first go to college. And
It's hard,
It was just kind of like a peaceful, slow fizzle out. But it was definitely, it was something different for me to wrap my mind around. Because I think that everything that like, no different than you changing your degree to fashion and not cheering and things like that, everything is definitely a part of God's plan and very divine, where this is a ministry in some way, shape, or form. And so it took me a little bit of time to recognize, like, just because I'm not singing "Oh Come to the Altar," like, does not mean that this is not worship in some sort of way. I'm a very spiritual person, so things like that. But it was thankful. I am really, really grateful that it wasn't like hey, you can't lead worship anymore because you're singing at the bars, like, which I really don't believe there's a place. At least the places that I served would make that statement, because I don't know also if you've ever met a instrumentalist in the Texas music scene. Most of them do have to hightail it back home because they've got a church gig on Sunday, so like, it's pretty standard practice.
Absolutely.
But I never wanted to cross that line or seem disrespectful to either craft, and so it was just, I'm really grateful that that's where I started, because it gave me a lot of tools, like how to harmonize and how to have stage presence and just the proper etiquette of being a musician, and just those kinds of things. It gave me a really good foundation to start off on.
Yeah, awesome.
It's the wild, wild west of the music industry.
And honestly, I think that, because I remember this was after we were both out of high school, and I was like, trying to keep up with you on social media. I didn't see a quick, hard change, but I wondered. I was like, is she still doing that now? But yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks. It's really cool.
So now on to your style. I would call your style kind of punchy.
Absolutely.
Like I said earlier, love a punchy look.
Same.
Can you wait, I wrote something down. This is what my note says. How did you land your current look?
Oh, love that. Love that. It took a while.
Yeah.
I earned it. Let me tell you. It was very much, I went to a private school growing up, so like I was
Victory,
in,
right?
I was in khakis and polos, so there was not a ton of time for me to kind of find my style there, but I grew up going to the rodeos with my dad. Like, this is my dad's buckle.
Yep.
And so when I first graduated college, it took me...
Did you dress like that in college or no?
Hell, not well. Not well. Yeah, I would try, but not well.
Not well. It takes some time.
Man, yeah, it does.
Trial and error.
Yeah, God, a lot of it. But it and a lot of thrifting too, thank God. But it started with kind of dipping my toe back into like the Western thing, because I didn't hardly wear any of it. It was very, I don't really know what you would call it. A little granola there for a bit, at least in my personal style.
Yeah.
And then I started working at National Roper Supply in Decatur, and that turned me into a boot and a hat snob, which honestly, thank God. And I got to meet a bunch of really cool people, and honestly, through just different friends online, seeing like Hayden Johnson, previously Hayden Carrillo, she had such a cool style of like wearing Doc Martens with Rockies. I was like, oh my God, this is sick. You can do that. And also,
you're allowed to do anything you want in the fashion world, honestly.
Exactly. And no one's gonna like check your ID to see if you have you earned the right to be able to wear this. Like,
if they did that, that'd be insane,
dude. Because I mean, if these folks in Austin coming out from all over wearing Tacovas and a Resistol, by all means, so can I.
Right.
There's no shame in it, and honestly, I think it actually boosts the Western realm and the economics of it.
Yeah.
But it took a while, and like there for a little bit, it was super punchy, very very Western, very very vintage Western, like Garth Brooks. I had shit on what my wardrobe looked like at the time. But it also helped too that I had shows to kind of try these things out because I'm on a stage. I can wear whatever I want.
Yeah. And people are gonna look at you and be like, okay, I want to wear that.
Exactly. I'm also not built to be background music. I tried. I played many dinner shows that I was not asked back at. Not in a rude way, where it's just like, you are too loud for dinner.
Yeah,
like,
no, I get it.
Loud. And whether that was vocally or by wardrobe, it just took a lot of finagling and figuring out like, okay, this was fun, but this is not me. Like I there was a sequence era that I had for a little bit. Yeah. I like glitter as much as the next girl. I prefer it.
Me too, if you can't tell.
Right. But I found that I wear it best on my eyes or as jewels on my face instead of a full
on your body.
Exactly. And just finding the things that feel most natural to me and
what you're most comfortable in.
Yeah, and I also like when I step off stage, I like to think that I'm the same person on and off. And I would like my wardrobe to reflect that as well.
That's a really good thing to think, too.
Yeah, because I don't have, most often, like, at venues and things like that, I don't have the luxury of just going and getting on my bus and not talking to people. So, like, I need it to still feel authentic. Like, and I'm sure just everybody listens to music and everyone consumes media online. You can tell when someone is not
who they put out on stage.
Yeah, and you're like, this is... You got a new stylist, didn't you? Like, or something's not... something's not adding up here, and you don't seem most comfortable. And so that, it took a while. And plus, I thankfully, landing here now, and the blue hair helped a lot. Like, you can't miss me. I went to CVS to go pick up some packing tape the other day, and I got stopped, and it was like, oh, okay. I can't. Like, I have to either stay on or, like... I love the blue hair. Like, keep it forever. I love it so much. Girl, my favorite thing right now is people are like, it complements your skin tone so well. And it's like, okay.
It does. It really does.
Thank you, but orange and blue are complementary colors. And I am proud and known for my really bad spray tan. Thank you.
Do you spray tan a lot?
Hell yeah, girl. I will blame Cheer for that.
Right.
Truly, I will blame Cheer for that.
I was talking to somebody literally yesterday, and I was like, I was 11 getting a spray tan at 11 p.m. on a Thursday. And they were like, you were 11?
Yeah,
like,
man.
You had to.
Yeah, not to contribute to it, because it's something that I hate that it's kind of trickled down, but tan fat looks better than pale fat.
No, 100%.
Which, honestly, fat is fine, whether it's tan or pale. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not like... And also, tan is not the same as orange. There's a huge difference. My poor feet, knuckles, and elbows, that's
imagine this scar with the spray tan over it.
Oh, girl.
That looks so bad.
No, but it's a lot of fun, like, navigating the different things. And also learning, like, statement pieces over a full statement outfit.
Yeah, I like to say, like, statement pieces make an outfit, in my opinion.
1,000%.
Like, you can take a plain denim set, but you could throw, like, the 2-belt trend on there.
Right.
And, like, just stack a whole bunch of necklaces and add a purse and, like, all the things. And that just makes an outfit.
My whole life, my mom has always told me earrings make an outfit.
Yeah. And lipstick? Like,
dude, game changer.
Put lips on.
That.
I'm 11, dude. What?
Right? Mom's like, why do you have zinc on your nose? It's highlighter.
It's highlighter. Bye.
No, it's been really fun. And I'm really, really lucky to not have like a corporate job, but it does make it hard when I have to go to like the bank for meetings or sitting down with like attorneys and things. It's like, okay, I have a halter top that I've cut up from a t-shirt. What do I wear?
What do I wear to this?
Like, thankfully I've got like a single pair of slacks and, but like I love the freedom that my job gives me to branch out, try something different. And make sense.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, you are trying something, aren't you, girl? Hell yeah, go for it.
Yeah. No, I don't know how well I would do with like a 9 to 5.
If I end up at a desk job, it's time for me
Yeah.
to quit.
Right. Okay, so do you feel like your fashion helped you find your confidence as an artist?
1000%. I tell people all the time, if I don't like my outfit, I'm not going to have fun. I've let my band know, do not pick my suitcase up when we travel, because I have overpacked, because I need to have options, because I will occasionally have a sensory issue kind of day. And sometimes a collar is just not working with me.
Same. Like if it's like too tight on my arms or too tight around my neck, I freak out.
Oh yeah, no, it's not happening. And sometimes I have got way too much faith in myself when I initially pack.
Me too. I'm like, okay, I will feel good that day enough to wear that, and then the day comes, and I'm like, why did I do
Absolutely
that?
not. Yeah, what bold of me to assume a bra was going to happen that day. Absolutely not.
This might be a little raunchy, but I don't remember the last time I wore a bra.
No, dude, well, that's the beauty of the age that we're in right now. It's okay. And
Yeah.
also the jobs that we work. If I did work a 9 to 5 corporate job, yes,
I would
ma'am,
have to wear a bra.
I would be wearing a bra. And that is okay. But thank God that's not my job.
Right.
And also, the mechanics and the anatomy of it, I don't have to. And so, God bless. But I overpack. I take advantage of these like roll compression bags. That way I can like suck everything down. And
Yes, those are the best.
dude, yeah.
Thank you to whoever invented those. for real.
Truly. That way we don't have to have vacuum sealed ones anymore. But that way I do have options. And so, because if I do not like to answer your question, it plays a very big role in my confidence. If I
Yeah.
don't like my outfit, I'm not going to have fun.
I think that's how most women are. Like, if not, like, kudos to you.
You look good, you feel
Reach out
good.
to me and let me know how you do it. But like,
Yeah.
if I don't like what I'm wearing, I might not even go anywhere.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
My poor boyfriend has caught me crying in front of my closet door, in the floor, so many times, and I'm like, and then of course
Like,
I'm
I
like,
promise I'm not dramatic. I just really
oh
can't
no,
find an
I
outfit
am,
right now.
I am dramatic, and I am high maintenance, but I've got a good
Me
man
too.
that eats it up and welcomes
That's
it.
good. That's so good. That's the best. Okay, what's the process like for you from songwriting to recording?
Man, it's really cool. I work with a really cool team. There's a gentleman, his name's Dalton Domino. He's a songwriter and my manager and a producer that's been in the game for a long time. I didn't start writing until 2021, so a lot of these just lived as voice memos in my phone. And so having people like that can, I can bring them a stick figure and they can see the paint by number and how we're supposed to fit everything in.
That's a really good way to put it.
Yeah, I say I'm real big on analogies. Real big on analogies. But it's a lot of that. I also got my degree in music business, like I mentioned, and a heavy emphasis of that was on recording and engineering. But I serve a humorous God, and he loves to put me in group projects. And they'd be like, "Oh, Shelby, you can sing. You just hop in the booth." So I didn't get to do as many hands-on things in school. But I still had to buy a lot of this software because that was the equivalent of a textbook. And so I'd have, it's a thing called Logic or GarageBand, things like that, where I can play around at home and kind of build from there. And so there's been a few songs where it's like I brought my demo to the studio and we made that but better. Just going from the dupe to the high dollar version of it. But a lot of it is just the team that I work with recognizing and not recognizing, but being able to fill in the blanks and take something and make it 10 times greater. There's a lot of technicality aspects of it. That's why I pay them. And I don't know what you do here, but that's why I pay you. That was one of the first lessons we had. If you don't know how to do it, there's always somebody that can and will take your money to do so.
Yeah. So that kind of correlates with my next question. How do you stay grounded and focused while navigating all the behind the scenes challenges that you face?
If it still sucks, it's not over. Everything always works out in the end. If it still sucks, that means it's not over. Like whatever the challenge is. And not everyone is paying as close attention to things as I am. When you've got the magnifying glass on the anthill, if you keep staring this hard, it's just going to light the anthill on fire. Take a step back, take a breath. Kind of circling back to the getting started, there's always something to be worked on. So if this is not working and I don't know what to do here and I'm spiraling, you know what? I'm going to put the guitar down and I'm gonna go paint. I'm going to go work on this merch design, or I don't know. I'm going to go outside and touch grass because
You're gonna be grounded with nature.
literally,
I tend to try and do that every Sunday.
dude,
Probably for a different reason though.
it's a thing of, especially like at the stage of the career that I'm in. Certain things that I think are the end-all be-all, like maybe a certain festival bill or trying to get on as direct support with this artist. In the grand scheme of things, this is not the big picture. There's a much bigger pond out here.
Yeah.
If I didn't get on this local festival, this is not Lollapalooza, this is not Coachella. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, just kind of, and then plus also having the team that I've got around me to kind of remind me of the lens that we're looking through to keep the right perspective.
Yeah.
Because it is hard, and especially when you're factoring in the social media aspect of it, or the playing shows, or how much music have you put out? Are you still putting out new music? Because no one cares about an album anymore, which tough tits toots. You need the highway of singles.
Say that
to
3 times.
I'll butcher it. I'm so proud that I got it right the first time. But it becomes very overwhelming very quickly, and I'm discovering that might just be the epitome of adulthood. I think that's what being 25 is.
Yeah.
Disgusting. But then not everything's, just take a breath, take a breath, take a lap. The work will be there tomorrow.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it honestly, but
Me either. Pharmaceuticals and a
I'm
dream.
impressed. I don't think I could do it. So, but also just so scatterbrained.
Well, it's a thing of this has to work out. I don't want to do anything else. I won't do anything else.
Yeah.
Like, this has to work out.
Yeah.
And if I don't make it as an artist, I'd love to work in the management side of things, or the agent side of things, or studio side of things. Like,
Yeah, just stay in this career.
yeah, man, I only want to do this, and I think that plays a pretty strong role in how it gets done.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, God put this literally right in your hands. Like,
Sure
I
did.
mean, I can't sing and you can, so take advantage of it, and God has a plan for you regardless. And I really am so excited to see, like, where you go from here, because you've
Thank
already
you.
just shot uphill. And yeah, I'm really proud of everything you've done. And
Likewise, we've come a really long way.
really long way.
Really
I
long.
can't even drive whenever we were friends. Like,
Me either. We were doing
now
down
we're
and
adults,
backs.
having adults.
Dude.
I hate adulting. So bad.
I'm off my mother's insurance this year, so don't remind me.
I got 2 years for that, I think.
I got all my doctor's appointments done this year. I went to the eye doctor. got my
You're doing
teeth
it all, girl.
fixed, like, all of it.
So basically, you're saying I need to do that now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
Look, my mom's got Blue Cross Blue Shield. I'm milking it.
I don't even
But
know
it's
what
been
we
really
have.
cool
Like,
to
that's how
see
bad it is.
the strides that you've been taking. Because I know you went to Lubbock, and then of course because algorithms are cruel, it always skips like full seasons.
Right.
And I'm like, man, like when you reached out, I'm like, I need to go check in. And there's been a few things I'm like, damn, totally missed that.
Yeah.
Like, the last I'd seen was you prepping for tryouts, and then you walk your pieces walking at. Remind me which show it was.
It was just a fashion show in Lubbock. It was for the school.
It was sick.
So.
It's not just a
you.
fashion show in Lubbock. That's sick.
true. It's actually the biggest one I've ever done. 'Cause
That's-
the first one was
yeah.
in Dallas, and that was like, and this one was crazy big.
Stepping stones, man. Like I said, I used to play dinner parties. Like, you just got to take small steps in the right direction. Like, you've always had a great sense and style. This is so cool. Like,
Thanks.
also at Fleestyle too. Dude,
Right. It's so awesome.
iconic.
Yeah.
Great work.
Well, is there
dude.
anything else that you want to share to the viewers on this episode?
Man, since this is a fashion podcast, you wear the clothes do not wear you.
Absolutely,
The
I
number
agree.
size on the waistband does not mean a damn thing.
Absolutely.
Because I can show you 2 different brands of jeans, and they're going to be vastly different in number
Right,
sizes,
right.
but you will stay the same.
Yeah.
That and authenticity goes really well with a good pair of earrings, and that does make an outfit.
100%, it makes an outfit. Well, Shelby, thank you so much, and thank you so much for your time. It was so good seeing you and catching up.
Absolutely.
And like I said earlier, I cannot wait to see where you go from here.
Likewise, my friend.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I just want to say thank you to Shelby Stone once again for being so willing and able to come sit down and talk with me on this podcast. I hope everyone who's watching got to know and love her as much as I do. She's great. She's doing amazing things. I also want to say thank you so much to Fleece Style. They have a beautiful and amazing boutique. They're allowing us to film here. Thank you to Fort Worth Camera for helping us with all the lighting and all of our camera needs. And thank you again to 95.9 The Ranch for helping us put on this podcast. And yeah, awesome. See y'all soon.